Today we have a very good question and answer. We get a lot of email questions. Cindy answers them all. A lot of our customers have very small dogs, and unfortunately a lot of people that have small dogs don't establish rules and expectations early enough, and they end up having dogs that have dominance issues, and that's what this email deals with. It says, "Hello Cindy, I spent the better part of Monday and my weekend reading various articles and watching a number of your free video on demands. Thanks for providing such a wonderful resource. I have a very small female Papalian. She's 4 or 5 pounds. She has some dominance issues that I would like to work through and correct. I'm also working on being a better pack leader and establishing better rules to help her. My problem is, because she is so small, I have a hard time finding collars that are small enough to fit her. I would like to get the dominant dog collar, but her neck measures 6.5 to 7 inches, and the smallest collar that you sell is 8 inches. Do you have any suggestions for what you would work on or work with on such a small dog? Should I use a prong collar?" Nicole. Well, Nicole, it's a very good question. What we would recommend, well, first let me explain the issue of these dominant dog collars we sell. These are great training tools. But if you look at the size of this dominant dog collar, and this is an 8-inch dominant dog collar, what you're faced with, or what we're faced with in making these, and we're going to try and make some 6 and 7-inch dominant dog collars, but what we're faced with is getting hardware that's small enough for a dog that's only 5 pounds. Keep in mind how small that is. People that don't have dogs this small have a hard time imagining it, but we have to get rings and clips that work at, you know, on a 6-inch collar. That's really hard. What we would recommend probably, and we'll try it. We wrote the person that makes these and said, put together some samples, let us look at them. If we feel it works okay, we'll sell them. But if I'm not satisfied with what they look like when they come, if I think it's going to be big and clunky on the dog, we won't sell them. But a good solution, a good alternative, are these 8-inch slip leads that we sell that are made from Mendota. Accomplishes the same thing. The ring on this slip lead is actually smaller and lighter weight than the ring in our dominant dog collars. So I think you could use this British style slip lead, and I think it would be very effective. You asked a question about a prong collar. If you choose to go with a prong collar, we would point you to these mini micro prongs that we sell. They're very small. The thing to keep in mind about prong collars though, is that with some dogs and dogs that have dominance issues, a correction from a prong collar can trigger an aggressive reaction. So you kind of have to work around that and figure out, if I put this prong collar on my dog and I give it a correction, is it going to get aggressive towards me? If it does, you're creating a problem that you really don't have to deal with. You might be better off to going over and backing up and using the slip lead rather than the prong collar. Now, a lot of dogs don't get corrected or don't get aggressive with prong collars, but some do. So we can't give a definitive answer on what you should do with your dog. Obviously, we haven't seen your dog. If you want a couple of videos that are going to help you with the problems you have, I would direct you towards the DVD I did, Establishing Pack Structure with the Family Pet, and the DVD that I did on dealing with dominant and aggressive dogs. Take a look at those, and I think between what we've talked about here and the information in those DVDs, you're going to solve your problem.